Welcome to the grid. What message does this grid have for us today? We shall fully explore the grid today and complete the full message, but first of all, let's see who's going to guide today's message. Okay. Lovely, a bit of owl energy. Okay, so the crystal owl is stepping forward to deliver the culmination message of this week, and it brings clarity, wisdom and compassionate understanding. It sees truth without judgment. The tone is reflective, spacious and resolving. Now within puzzle divination, we use numerology to understand how words carry meaning. Each letter translates to a number from 1 to 9, and you can use a chart like this to decode the meaning of your own words, or if you prefer to not do the math, then there is a word numerology calculator linked in the description. Okay, so here is the grid, and you're welcome to have a look and see which of the remaining words you can see. Feel free to pause the video. Okay, I'm going to pop the grid down now and start finding the words that I can see. Let's see. We have another really long word, forgiveness. Forgiveness is the release of resentment, not approval, but freedom. Forgiveness reduces to a 4, and 4 grounds release into stability, and that is forgiveness that restores balance. Now within puzzle divination, we divide the grid into 9 boxes like so, and as you can see, forgiveness is spanning across boxes 1, 4, 5 and 8. And that wide placement suggests forgiveness touching identity, foundation, inner truth and instinct. Okay. And the next word. Oh, where's it gone? So we have intrepid. And that describes fearless awareness, the willingness to face what is present without avoidance. It's not bravado or recklessness. It's calm courage, the kind that comes from being awake rather than reactive. Being intrepid isn't about charging forward, it's about not turning away. Intrepid reduces to a 5, and 5 is the number of awareness, perception and conscious choice. It governs how we meet change, not by controlling it, but by responding intelligently. As a 5, intrepid speaks to alert courage, the ability to stay present when things are uncertain, emotionally charged or unfamiliar. This is courage that notices first. It's sitting here in box 8, and that's the realm of instinct, undercurrents and what is sensed rather than spoken. It governs subtle signals, gut awareness and energetic truth. With intrepid sitting here, courage is not loud or performative, it's internal. You might feel it as a steady willingness to stay with a feeling, clarity about what not to ignore, quiet confidence in your own sensing. This isn't about action yet, it's about meeting truth without flinching. Intrepid in box 8 prepares the ground. It steadies instinct so that what follows can be met honestly rather than defensively. This is courage as readiness. And that leaves us with the last word to find in the grid. And that word is miracle. And it's, excuse me, and it's sitting here in box 2. And that points to subtle shifts through perception. Miracle is often understood as something extraordinary or unexplained. In this context, it refers to a shift in outcome that occurs without force, when conditions align rather than when effort increases. A miracle isn't something you make happen, it's something that becomes possible. Miracle reduces to a number 7, and 7 is the number of insight, perception, and inner truth. It governs moments of understanding that change how you see a situation, and therefore how you move within it. As a 7, miracle speaks to recognition rather than intervention. Nothing new is added, something is seen clearly. The position here in box 2 is the position of response, movement, and how you meet what comes next. It doesn't describe intention, it describes reaction. With miracle in box 2, movement shifts naturally once perception changes. You don't push for a different outcome, you respond differently, and that alters the direction. Now this might show up as a conversation resolving more easily than expected, tension dissolving once it's acknowledged, a next step becoming obvious after confusion. The change feels gentle, but its impact is real. Miracle in box 2 works because courage has already steadied instinct. Intrepid down here in box 8. Once awareness is calm, honest, movement doesn't need effort, it reorganizes itself. And if we bring these words together, today carries quiet resolution. Intrepid steadies instinct, allowing you to face what's present without avoidance. Forgiveness releases weight from the foundation, restoring balance rather than reopening wounds. And miracle follows naturally, not as spectacle, but as eased movement, a shift that occurs because clarity replaced resistance. Nothing is forced today, but something changes because you meet it differently. So the final message for the day is that this is a resolving day. Forgiveness as a force stabilizes what has been internally tense. The crystal owl helps you see clearly without reopening wounds. With intrepid and miracle present, courage and perception combine. Something small may shift quietly but meaningfully. The crystal owl reminds us that forgiveness is not forgetting, it's choosing clarity over weight. This week began with quiet awareness, found its balance, allowed recognition, and gradually became ready to move. Courage didn't arrive through force, but through presence, the willingness to see clearly and stay with what mattered. When instinct steadies and weight is released, movement changes on its own. What follows isn't spectacle but ease, a small shift that opens the way forward without struggle. This grid has spoken, its energy is spent. This week's message is complete. Tomorrow we bring a whole new word search and reveal the next message in the grid. Until then, decode, discover, divine.